Hello everyone, welcome to Fiaura. So today we are reviewing the BMP-3. Now, this is kind of, as far as armored fighting vehicles go, the BMP line and the BMDs are kind of the firepower AFVs of armored warfare. Particularly these Tier 6 and Tier 7 variants. BMP-3, BMP-3M, BMD-4. They have a lot of punch. And we're going to go over why that is. So let's take a look at these particular AFVs. Now for those who don't know, the BMP-3 is the primary AFV, also infantry fighting vehicle, infantry support vehicle of the Russians. It was developed during the 80s, entered service in 87. It's still in service today and is one of their primary export vehicles as well. There's not a lot I can really go over with this because there's a lot to go over. Let me bring up my notes here real quick like. And it was developed as a replacement for the BMD-2 because of the BMD-2 seeing a lackluster amount of firepower. It has since been deployed in a shitload of variants to a lot of places. Russia still uses them, South Korea uses them, Libya uses them, the Ukraine uses them, the United Arab Emirates uses them, Turkmenistan uses them, Venezuela uses them, Iraq has applied for them, Saudi Arabia has applied for them, the Philippines are interested in getting their hands on some, Cyprus uses them, Indonesia uses them. I mean, there's a lot of places that use them. Greece tried to use them, canceled their order. India was offered but rejected the offer 2 years later when they decided to continue forward with their own homegrown armored fighting vehicle. Now, this vehicle is unique. I'm going to explain why in a moment. But first, let's take a look at its primary competitor at Tier 6 is the Bradley and the V-Bull. So against a Bradley, well, your autocannon does pack more pen and more damage per shot versus a Bradley. You also come with a frag cannon, something a Bradley does not have, which just fires high explosive shells. It's a derp gun for those who want to use World of Tanks terminology. You just fire HE, and you're going to use this quite often. It's your primary weapon. You're going to use it a lot. Now, behind that, you have high hardness steel at 35 millimeters, which is going to stop jack and shit against Tier 6 vehicles. You might stop some Tier 5 rounds hitting you, but for the most part, expect to be penetrated when hit. And I'm going to go over how the ERA package doesn't really do a lot for you either. Speed-wise, you're quicker than a Bradley. Better camouflage. Basically, just about the same view range as the Bradley. Both of these have the optics upgrade. The Bradley does not have the intercom system on top of that, but that's my personal preference. Camouflage, you have better camo though. At least than a Bradley. Gun depression, not so much so, and that's going to become an important factor for not just the frag cannon and the autocannon, but for the missile launcher, and I'll explain why momentarily. Turret traverse, the Bradley is definitely the snappier turret. Reload time, well, you can't really compare those two guns, but when we compare the autocannon, the Bradley has the quicker reload, therefore the Bradley has the higher damage per minute, even if you have more damage and penetration per shot. Turns out the Bradley does more damage per minute. Accuracy, you can't even compete with the Bradley's accuracy. Don't try. Bradley will outsnipe you. Sorry. And the Bradley aims faster. compared to the Weeble. Well, let's compare the autocannons. Oh yes, there's one other thing we need to compare, and that is the missiles of these two vehicles. So the Bradley packs a 734 penetration missile for 441 damage. It fires 2 of them per volley. Whereas the BMP-3 packs 699 but does 656 per missile, but only packs 1 per volley. Now, comparing the two autocannons here, you do more damage, have higher penetration, have a slightly slower reload, a worse accuracy spread, and a longer aim time. So you've got the more damaging autocannon between the Tier 6 AFVs. Got the higher penetration between the Tier 6 AFVs and even slightly higher DPM. However, your aim time, your reload, and your accuracy spread are balls. But you do have the option of the frag cannon, which is what makes part of this vehicle unique. Now, you have better armor and survivability than the Weeble, just period, flat out. You're slower. There's not much that's faster than a Weeble. You're not as well camouflaged, and you definitely don't have the view range. So the Weeble, you're kind of in the position where you're probably going to get outspotted. Just to be honest, you're going to get outspotted by other AFVs. By MBTs, not a chance in hell, but by AFVs, definitely. Turret is not quite as whippy either. The reload time on that autocannon is pretty abysmal, as is the accuracy. And the aim time for the autocannon or the gun is just, it's longer. So, why do I say that this thing has the firepower? Let's get into it. You're the only Tier 3, Tier 6 AFV, and the only AFV line besides the BDMs that has the option of the frag cannon, which is very useful. Your autocannon is particularly lethal. You also have the option to fire a tandem heat ATGM directly out of the cannon, which means that wherever your cannon is actually pointed is how the ATGM is going to fly. Keep this in mind. It's very important because it means that you actually have the utility of having an ATGM launcher that changes elevations and moves with your turret. The armor package, however, I'm just going to come out and say it, this is pretty useless. In the current build of the game without over-penetration, most people are not going to bother to even fire heat shells at you. You're going to get 1 burst from it out of 8 out of the HE rounds. After that, you're just going to get penetrated. This does not actually add enough armor to bounce anything as far as a Sabo is concerned. And in today's current build of the game where you don't have the over-penetration mechanic, this is build 0.13, and going into build 0.14, looks like we're still not going to have overpen. All this extra armor does is minimal at best. You get a minimal armor increase. You're still just going to get penetrated by everything that hits you. Commander, I recommend Sabrina Washington. She's about the only AFV commander we have right now. There may be some that are going to come in the Chinese dealer, but for right now, her. Crew-wise, smooth ride and off-road driving. Get that extra acceleration to get you out of danger quicker. And for the gunner and his position, because there is no loader in this tank, it's an automatic loading system. Shoot from the hip so you can just fire on the move and later get quick draw so that you have the improved aim speed, because your aim speed is abysmal. Ammunition, there's no upgrade for the frag gun, so just take all the frag rounds you can. Take the fully upgraded Sabo. Do not take any HEI. There's no point when you have the option of the frag cannon, guys. And this thing is much superior to 30mm HEI. Just saying. Missiles, take the 10 best HEGMs you can mount. Consumables, standard consumable loadout. Retrofits is where things get interesting. This is a highly flexible vehicle. You have 2 universal slots. Now, I sprung for technology to get the extra massive increase to view range and my crew capabilities. You could, however, stack 3 firepower retrofits, which if you're going to stack 3 firepower, I recommend going for damage retrofits. So, chrome barrel, magnetic actuator, experimental propellant, and just have this frag cannon slamming people for around 700 on penetrating hits, non-penetrating hits maximum about 400. That's pretty goddamn good. Not to mention the fact that upgrading the damage to your Sabo rounds can bring them close to that 170 damage mark per shot. That is amazingly good. And your missile going up all the way to about 800 range. I mean, there's not a lot that's really going to react well to an 800 point missile hit at tier 6. However, I have stacked these for view range so that I can outspot my opponent and rely on my spotting, and then rely on my actual. And then I went with enhanced shell materials because of the reload time and moving accuracy, because I assume I'm just going to be driving full speed every time I fire. I am tempted to switch this out for, well, there's not much I can really switch it out for, is there? Because everything's aim time. Nothing's moving accuracy except enhanced shell materials. Air induction cleaner on the mobility retrofit slot. Just the extra traverse and acceleration is really nice. The upgraded transmission is another good option for you, but other than that, I don't really have much to put in here for mobility. So there's my recommendations. There's the brief military history of the BMP-3. It's been in 2 wars, by the way. The first Chechnya conflict and the Saudi Arabia-Yemen intervention incident. Other than that, it has not really served any actual wars to date. Let's go take a look at some gameplay. This is going to be PvP footage straight from the live stream, followed by PvE footage of me just driving around blowing shit up and giving a much better detailed description of what we have as a vehicle.
For a name. Oh, brilliant. They have one more tier 7 and one tier 8, and we don't have a tier 5. Brilliant. That's strong matchmaking. It's very strong.
Matchmaker 2.0. Can you get here sooner, please? No? Well, you suck.
Well,
hey, we're up to 57. Who do I get to go welcome to the army of Fiaura?
Game we had
Let's go find out.
The last stream where we had 4 tier 8, they had none.
Wow, GRX! Welcome to the army of Fiaura!
Because that would have been funny. Not for you, but, you know.
And 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the army of Fiaura.
Was waiting for that. Oh, what the hell? Huh. Interesting. Whee! I am unpainted BMP-3 because reasons. Well, don't sit there.
Yeah, I'm not sitting there. I got designated. And I'm pretty sure there's... Oh!
Ooh! AG pin 504.
I just... Oh, come on.
Quit getting murdered, Geek Lab. I would appreciate you not dying yet. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm getting stuck on every rock going in reverse. 800.
Hey, it cost them an LAV 600.
Yeah.
Not that, you know, we really needed to trade all your hit points for that.
Yeah. I could have used not getting stuck on those 2 rocks that I got stuck on.
And Hellspiker is just getting eaten alive.
Oh, I see you went with the almost but not exactly pimp my tank desert scheme. They seem to have a team killer.
Come on, why isn't he dead?
Because you shot where he was and not where he was going to be.
How is the artillery dead? What happened?
I'm missing a third.
Hey, hello.
You're cute, Artie. You've done a total of 300 damage to me. Congratulations. In the meantime, I'm going to relocate and go kill T80. Hello, T80. How are you today? Bye, T80. Nice knowing you.
Nice.
How is this eternal alive? Something's after me. I've been fired upon. Oh shit. That is not a it's not for fuck's sake, go. Goodbye. Chase me if you like, but I will not be there! There's this thing about dying. I'm kind of allergic to it. I have this thing about dying. I'm kind of allergic to it. Very much so. Like, fatally.
Fiaura, remember this house or this building from, I think, 4 games ago? You managed to chase around their, what, Palmaria?
Their what?
You played the Ring Around the Rosie with Palmaria and then
Oh,
T90 caught you.
yes, I remember this. PL01, I don't know. So far, all the light tanks have sucked. I'm not expecting the PL01 to be any better.
Yep.
It makes me sad. Makes me die a little on the inside.
I can hear a fine, Eddie.
Anyway, we were talking about a Chieftain Mark 6 for someone. What's my favorite animal? There's your question. Answer it, you get a Chieftain Mark 6. Now, look at the draw. I got Operation Calvary, which is not a terrible mission for this vehicle. I'm not going to say that it's the best test of a vehicle, but as you can clearly see, we have another BMP-3 with us. It looks to be fully upgraded as well. T-72 Ural, Stingray 2, and a regular Stingray. Now look at that frag cannon. Well, I guess I missed. Let's just shoot him. Or, oh, I see what happened. Well, I just got wrecked. Yeah, like I said, I just showed this to you. You have no freaking armor. At all. Your best option is just not get shot at. If I could hit with the frag cannon, it would be nice. And it would be nice if our MBT, our only MBT, would actually take the lead here. Yeah, see, the frag cannon, really nice slaps. Delivers some decent hits. Plus, I'm not really worried about ammunition so much as health, because I got ammunition for 3 different guns. If I run out of bullets, I've done screwed it. Do hate how none of my team are taking the lead here. I fully expect to lose this mission because of that. I know that's a terrible expectation of a team, but it's the honest truth. I do not expect us to win this. Come on, team! Are you guys gonna come up here and help me, or what? I'm dead. I got lucky, but you guys are fucking stupid. T-72 is as far back as possible. He's our only MBT. Yeah, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose a frickin' Operation Calvary. Nobody is taking the front line here. Especially the one person who should be, which is our big MBT. Try to expose as little as possible here. Alright, we're just going to gun through the goddamn village. Go ahead and load the frag back in. Try to back down as much as possible and not get shot here. I mean, it can throw out damage, but this tank still certainly can't take any hits. And with our team basically playing the ridgeline back there, and the T-72 Ural is definitely just sitting in the back. He's the only MBT we have. We are paying for it, as you can see. My health, the Stingray 2's health. The majority of my teammates' health is actually getting pretty low. Again, we're paying for the T-72 not willing to take the front line. And I really should start making a guide for how to PvE. With various tank classes. That's one way to do it. Even against the mighty Terminator armor, the frag cannon still does a shitload of hit. And every time that you just switch off, you decide if you're gonna fire a missile next. Sometimes you get a really shitty roll with the frag cannon. It is a derp gun. Let's just be honest. See if I can get a missile off on something. Oh, there's a perfect candidate. seems I am someone's target. I think that went up and hit his guns, which wouldn't do very much damage. Alright, he's done. HE penetration, gotta love it. As I said, you've got firepower out the wazoo. See if we can get another missile hit here. Or not, it's kind of dead. However, he is not. Oh, I hit the house with that missile. Yeah. So, don't take this into PvE. It doesn't have armor. It has a shitload of firepower, but as you can see, that would require teammates who are willing to take the front line for you. And with the T-72 hiding in the back and the Stingray 2 just getting shot to shit, I mean, no one was taking the front line. This was by far the worst type of team you could get. If you're going to take this into PvE, you need to platoon up with someone who's in a main battle tank, just flat out. PvP, however, this is a very good PvP vehicle, as you saw from the footage. Nice little thing that can come in and finish people off. Start of the match, it delivers a lot of HE damage, which against lightly armored targets like the Expeditionary Tank in the PvE footage, devastates. And then you can come in and finish people off right there at the end, where you can just come in and be like, surprise, dead, surprise, dead. I mean, this illustrates how shitty this team was. I got target. I'm in a BMP-3. I got target. USA need to learn where the front line is, as do USA. But yeah, that's the BMP-3. That's what it's capable of. That's what it's good for. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you'd like to see more stuff by Fiaura, subscribe. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so through Patreon, or you can click on the ad at the end of the video. In the meantime, from my house to yours, hope to see you all in the next video. Bye-bye, everyone! Oh, and if you want to support the channel, you can do so through Patreon, or you can check out the ad at the end of the video, click on it, and go see that sponsor. Whoever they happen to be this time. I have no real controls over that, by the way. But you know what? Go check out the sponsor. Anyway, see you all in the next video. Bye! How you like it? I got a hit. I'm not sure if it actually damaged anything or not. Got a few hits actually already. It's not a bad sniper. The aim time